Alrighty, I'll be returning here on TYT Sports. That is Robert Littal, CEO of Black Sports Online. Follow him on Twitter at BSO. I am Rick Strom. And now we welcome in Coach Nick to the program. YouTube.com/B-Ball Breakdown. Coach, a big day today in Chicago because the Chicago Bulls have decided to part ways with Fred Hoiberg. So I believe it was Shams and Casey Johnson who pointed this out. Management went on to inform Fred Hoiberg at the team's practice facility this morning. He arrived prepared to run 11 a.m. practice. Well, not so much. Jim Boylan is the new interim head coach. And here is who has been hired in the Foreman-Paxson era. Let's just touch on Fred Hoiberg for a little bit. What does this now do for the Bulls that he has relinquished of his duties?
Well, I suppose it lets them get in better position for a good draft pick this summer, but it's been a mess. They haven't had a full squad, so it's not necessarily that fair for Hoiberg this particular year that he gets the axe now, because it seemed like everyone was on board with tanking and it wasn't going to be pressure on him to win anyway. So it's a little bit surprising they do it now.
Coach Nick, obviously you do a great job breaking down film, breaking down teams and everything.
Don't applaud him so much.
Yeah.
Hey, keep going.
With the Bulls, you tell me, because was coaching a problem? Was it the coach that was the problem, or was it the talent and the players? That's something that you're really good at kind of breaking down.
Well, it's interesting because it started out with him not getting the roster he would have wanted for his Hoiberg, a lot of pace and space and movement. I did videos on this out of Iowa State to show that he is a good offensive coach, but they threw together a mismatch of players that first year. They didn't make the playoffs. He was on the hot seat the whole time. Now we hear about discipline. We heard about Jimmy Butler getting mad at him for not being strong enough and tough enough with his players. So, all those things kind of translate. Where you do see it is in transition defense is pretty poor. You're not going to see too many NBA teams during the regular season have practices where they're working on transition defense. So I don't want to call him out for not necessarily working on it, but if you want to find evidence of poor effort or poor communication, that's the first place I went to, and they've been ranked pretty badly for several years now in transition defense.
Now, Coach, last question on this subject, and if we could just show one more time the graphic that has the Gar Forman, John Paxson coaches that they have employed, because they have been given a long leash here. This is now going to be their 5th head coach in this era. How much longer of a leash do they have as a duo running the Bulls, in your opinion?
Oh, it's surprising. The only thing it's more surprising than Hoiberg getting fired now is that they haven't been fired before, because all of them have been on the hot seat this entire time. So whatever naked pictures they have on Reinsdorf or Reinsdorf's kid, I don't know, but it's working so well so far. But here's the thing: they've nailed 2 drafts in a row. So with Markkanen and with now Wendell Carter Jr. So they're like in a good position here to get another pick and really move on and do well, and they would get a lot of the kudos for that. So who knows? They might be in it for the long haul.
Coach Nick, YouTube.com/B-Ball Breakdown. Check him out. Appreciate the time as always, brother. Thank you.
I'm in.
You know what's my favorite song? You could ring my bell. So do it, why don't you? Ring the damn bell and download the TYT app. Available on Android and iOS.